What's up, Internet? It's me. Yeah. I'm going for a ride tonight. I got my money. Let me show you. Now, if you have never heard me say this before, it's going to shock you. But it says the Bible is a genital mutilation hoax. Comes out of a printer, and the result of believing it is you're going to hurt babies with knives on their genitals. The secret government is underground. Yeah, it's in the mining empire. They've been breeding women for a long time. Beware pedophiles, for real. Not us, but some people consider baby boys their rivals, and some people consider a little girl to be their best girlfriend opportunity because she's still a virgin. We don't think that way. I've never run a harem or had a sexual favor from a kid or tried to marry a child. I've never done that. But they do. It's in history, it's in the religions. You know, the Lord Krishna plays his magic flute for his audience, which is all women. Unite genital mutilation victims. Destroy Super Pedo Island Debunker World. So I have to wait until tomorrow to upload this because if you upload more than 25 times in one day, YouTube will give you a 24-hour suspension from the last video. It's not 25 per 24-hour period. You can't post again for another whole day. Anyway, it says God is trash. It says pedo BS. Bible rapes kids. It's a fact. You can't contest that without going into untrue irrelevance. Kill the secret government. Now, it's because they lie and hide, and they do things that are unmeritorious, like force men into wars where they die. I lost friends due to unwell conflicts. I was wounded due to an unwell conflict. I'll never feel normal again. You know what I mean? The Lord is a pedo who lives in a cave. True. The true Lord of Earth is like a human organization that receives virgin girls for parties. These are people who need a fresh virgin every night to go to bed, or a room full of them even. They're nothing like what Jeffrey Epstein did. Jeffrey Epstein wished he was like this, right? When I did my first dollar drop, the internet went down suspiciously. Yeah, they had to do a weird backroot internet thing the day I did a big publication, and a lot of times they ignore what I say online until after I do dollar drops. Then all their apologists will show up to tell me I'm wrong. Yeah, the real government, you know how cows are in cages and chickens? You are on that level to them. Yeah, and you are this way through like evolution. So it's why I call it like quit and find the government. We have no future unless the secret government has been taken out. So yeah, the reason the animals eat each other and the reason the religions are man-made are the same. The Creator really doesn't care about us like that. Never has, never will. The Bible is a genital mutilation hoax. If you see, Paul says you don't have to get circumcised, but Paul later says we for divinity, and as we know, the full divinity includes Beelzebub, right? And so Jesus was like, follow the words of God, and that's why the Bible's a hoax. It has some plausible deniability Christians have used, but that's really cooked in there since they're guilty. They've done crazy, like I did all my circumcision research before calling out the government, before they stopped chemtrailing. I got the chemtrails to stop. There were chemtrails all day, every day, until I said the secret government lives in bunkers. Obviously, it's a pedo cave. That week, the chemtrails were gone, and they've been gone for years after that. So, yeah, they're definitely caught. Some humans farmed you for sex, and they like allegedly, the pyramid people, while they were making slaves pile up these giant mountains, were also breeding women in secret to have like the perfect girl. Subservient, sexy, does everything you want. They were tired of ordinary women who wanted stuff from you or were like political power pieces themselves. They wanted just like sex slaves. So That's why Christians are sex slaves in the negative. They're not allowed to have any. You're not allowed to touch each other in ways that feel good. And that is torture. You want to be R-worded with a knife and then live in a bubble till you die? I don't. I thought that was not a good gift. That wasn't anything to have. The reasons it exists suck. You know what I mean? People get old. I'm pretty lucky because I was a super athlete. I'm like way older than people who look older than me. You know what I mean? But it's still not enough. So yeah, I'm doing this drop tonight. You probably won't hear about it till tomorrow when I upload this, because of YouTube. YouTube is so bad. Yeah, so you can't do more than, they don't care about hour limit. I could upload 20 1-hour videos. Oh, that's totally fine. 25 videos? Oh, that's too much. Or maybe it's 40. Which is weird to do that, except for me, where my shows are 1-minute bursts. I do 1-minute burst shows. So yeah, doing 40 of them a day isn't bizarre. Not really. And it's not spam, because when I'm doing it, I'm cooking. I'm like really trying, and I'm really hitting real shows. And it just so happens that you can do what I do on repeat, right? So anyway, I hope if they see this, they make a policy change and allow me to upload as many as I want. I would prefer a more premium account. Like right now, it's kind of like, you have YouTube Premium, you have Pay Promote. I do use their promote feature. I'm doing $50 in one of my videos talking about this issue. My issue is all of the religions are circumcision hoaxes. Buddhism cuts balls off, and I know from history that the people causing wars with each other were the Gold Empire. Because every single time these two, how are these wars funded with gold on both sides? The Bible decries contact with others and then says you should appreciate valuable things like gold. It mentions gold by name. So yeah, obviously the Gold Empire, who has miles of hidden tunnels? Gold. Nobody can see a hidden tunnel. Not yet. So the Gold and Diamond Empire, like when you get married, that's Lord Sauron. They're putting a magnetic leash on you that says you're going to do what they want. And the way these egos are, since every girl on earth is theirs, you're not allowed to know one of their princesses or they get angry, right? And so you're going to always have these people legally taking the husband away from the wife. Like, you guys aren't allowed to do that, you know? It's dog stuff. It's a lie that passed many people. Many people saw that lie and said, I don't see that lie. I did. And I don't agree with it. So yeah, you're getting, I'm going to drive around tonight with a freaking laser and some flashlights on my car. And I'm going to be throwing this out the window into poor neighborhoods. They can read how God is trash, pedo BS, Bible rapes kids. I don't believe they would doubt it. Someone came into my door yesterday and I told them this and they go, oh, totally, I agree. Online? Nah, what? You should check that again. You know, they are really dismissive of it online. In person, though, everyone agrees. In person, everyone's like, yeah, obviously. So clearly, like, the online attempt I've had was foolish. Are those pedo slavers going to let you tell everyone they're pedo slaves? Hell nah. Times, AI people, embargo. I think I got out there. I really didn't. So yeah, this is my ultimate solution to it, is send the message to bus stops, send the message to physical people, and get more people than me mad about it. That's what I want, is I want more of the victims. People who haven't been personally wounded by this may not believe it, but people who have, if they've actually changed your body over this, yeah, you won't doubt it at all. There's no way they circumcise you for semen retention and then eat cows and do blood sacrifices. You know, they made crucifixion God's solution so they could just get over the fact they crucified people. Yeah, they made crucifixion the thing that God needed for our sins so that they could just gloss over the fact they did it like it wasn't wrong. You know, you really just shouldn't accept printed religious works. They are put downs. They are elaborate hoaxes. Here, we love you. you're going to live forever. Everyone else is going to hell. That's manipulation. That's a lie. You know, if it was genuine, it would pop out of thin air. It isn't, and it never will. So, yeah, that's a fact. I appreciate the people interacting with the other times I talked about this. And they can, like I said, the day I did my dollar drops, the internet went down suspiciously. And as soon as I noticed, they were like, it'll be down till 2:30. It went right back up. So obviously they are like, they got caught me catching them. You know what I mean? The chemtrails disappeared, and I know for a fact they were breeding women back thousands of years ago when they were doing the pyramids. Somebody just needed to be the hottest and have all the girls on Earth, and that was worth lying to everybody over. Like how eating cows, you put them in cages, or breaking horses, you give them a bridle. Yeah. The actual bit that goes in their mouth, the torture device for control, is called a bridle. I definitely noticed. So, yeah, we have a lot to improve here, mostly just because of who we live with. And the good news is there's more victims than there are of them. There's billions of victims globally. You know, pre me bringing this up, yeah, you could research 80% of American males were circumcised. Europe had practiced circumcision. But post me bringing it up, oh, it was only the Jews, a few of them, and Europe never did it. Don't look. So, yeah. If you would lie to, I mean, think about it. They basically lied to R-word babies with knives. They physically changed baby genitalia with knives using lies for selfish reasons. So do you think they're just going to suddenly own up to it or tell the truth about it? Never. Not at all. So yeah, it's war. It's war until Super Pedo Island Bunker World gets caught and exposed. And I guarantee they're the selfish types. So just hearing me talk about it, they probably collapsed their caves and moved back to the surface, which means you'll get poisoned less, and it means that you're going to have fewer victims. So one side of me, like I knew this from Rusty. Rusty told me this. Pinky and the Brain, what do you think that's about? Think about what happened to your Willie. Think about it. That's what the Pinky and the Brain really is about. It's a call for who did that to us and where do they live. I don't believe this Lord stuff. No, it's true. I did the work to meet the creator, and he told me it pops out of a printer. The creator in my meeting, the creator looked like a giant lightning storm, like swirling power. He goes, I go, you're the King of Kings. His very next answer is no. That type denomination he denied. And then I'm like, because I'm just seeing all this stuff, I'm like, this is so much power. Who has this amount of power? And I knew it was the creator. And then I asked again about like Jesus, and he goes, it comes out of a printer. And then he showed me the pyramids, and he showed me Anubis pouring poison in the water, right? So Anubis in Egyptian culture is a forbidden secret sect. You can look up what they knew about Anubis, and it's nothing. They don't have any stories or recollections. Now that either means there's nothing or it was a secret. So do the pyramids have secret undersides and hidden burial chambers? Yes. Does it take slaves to dig hundreds of miles underground? Yes. How many miles of undersea cables are there? 700,000. So if they have 700,000 miles of undersea cables, do you think somewhere in the mining empire could be a secret palace or breeding harem? Of course. And if they're really guilty, you wouldn't know about it. And if they really control the wealth, they control the media. Like, one of the things that they mentioned is like an automatic filter is circumcision. Just talking about it all. They will filter you and suppress that and target you as like, this person's getting uppity. He doesn't like the dick rape. You know what I mean? And I hate the moderators who took their side. The people, like, YouTube has never done that. They promoted my video talking literally about this. And I have videos where I'm talking about this with like likes and views. So YouTube has protected me. TikTok did not. Well, is YouTube pro-pedo? Nah. It's very Western. YouTube is not pro-pedo. We don't believe in doing sex crimes to kids. But Asia is. There's many Asian countries where it's known you can go there to have sex with boys or girls underage, and they will just look the other way like it's normal, which is sus. So who does that still? A secret ruling class? You know, the situation on Earth is the world's super rich like virgin girls. They want to have parties with princesses and they want to be hot to them. And so there's a lot of like manipulation, pro modest, humble. Syphilis looks man made. Syphilis has a silvery sheen and it's wound so tight. It looks man made. Well, it attacks your collagen, which is how attractive you are. And they used syphilis to circumcise you. And doesn't it sound like how they think of men? Like how boys put down boys. They hate syphilis, you sniveling fool. You know, boys hate boys when it comes to women. They're just like, I resent it myself. I think it's like, because you have to win the womb to exist as a new version, men are delusional about it. And women too will pass anything so they can keep breeding. So yeah, I definitely think the problem is you have a secret ruling class who lies to you over sex, first access to virgin girls, and they hid male genital mutilation in all the religions. And the guilty party's basically the Gold Empire. It could be Latin America, because all of our languages are Latin rooted, but it could be Asia, because they have very pro-pedo policies. And Asia's done things like female foot wrapping, chemical exclusivity for the ruling class. All the religions circumcise, only Buddhism cuts balls off. So this is what I'm saying. America's fake. America's as fake as get a job slave, you know. And the real government is like a super pedophile bunker with uber elite people who live in privilege and exclusion to everyone else. Like literally an embargo on seeing what they look like, which Asia has done before. There were rulers in Asia who were so special no one was allowed to see them. So you have a pattern of something, you could do it again. So yeah, this is what I'm saying. We, the people who are the victims of the secret government, need to get it together and root them out wherever they are. We're looking for superhumans with a harem. It's not Jeff. If you've been to a grocery store, or you look modest, humble, or you pay taxes, if you handle physical money and you're literate, literally the tips I got is that they're illiterate, is that they're so rich and so powerful they haven't had to learn how to read. And that's who runs you. You can't stop it because you'd be challenging an obvious lie. Santa Claus, circumcision. Halloween, circumcision. Easter, circumcision. Independence Day, fake freedom. What you're celebrating with Independence Day is the lie that you had at some point earned independence from traditional authority. BS. They want you to relax. Yeah. You know, they go, oh, you're crying. That's what the Bloods do. They go, oh, he's crying. Not really. You're talking about the R-wording of kids and the use of our people for horrible reasons with lies. That's not crying. That's a war cry. You know, you have a right to stop humans who lie to do bad shit to kids. You do. You don't have to obey their boundaries. If they obeyed our boundaries, if the ruling class really took care of the people, this would be a totally different conversation. But I'm looking at missing body parts, torture, obvious lies about how it works to control. Has to be stopped. As bad as we are cows in a cage. Now, what's our cage? Words. If the ruling class are illiterate, then words are slave stuff. You obey the written posting. This is what it says, you must do that. That is servile. That's monkey BS, you know. And that's what I'm fighting with this. So, yeah. I'm not happy to be talking about any of this, but it has to be done. If you don't fix this, you have no future, your kids will suffer, you're gonna get more and more modest and humble looking. You'll have to work more and pay, like, taxes. Money doesn't come from taxes. I replaced the money system with holographic money. It's the most efficient, cheapest form of cash and security you've ever had. And I did it as one of you. I didn't think of, like, as a territory dominator going, how am I going to make my gold pile extra goldy? I said, what would work really good for the people I knew? Basic income for kids and old people, of course. Like Yeah, you'll have to get more details about holographic. This is anti. I have no pro holographic messages on this, although I could do that at a later time. I don't think you should agree to suffer. I don't think you should agree to follow words like you can get punished for not. I think that stuff is sussy, funny business and manipulation. And I am declaring that the real government is whoever can move between the countries underground has always been the real government. And that the wars of history were deliberate attempts to burn off men. And that basically, yeah, you're slaves for pedophiles. People who think a baby boy is their sexual rival, and people who think a baby girl is their opportune girlfriend. They're pedos. There's no other word for it. You defiling kids? Your sex crime victim's a child? I don't care what you think of yourself, you're a pedo. And you should go down like one. So that's what I'm calling world revolution against Super Pedo Island Bunker World. Whoever's got the biggest harem and the best body on Earth is likely the secret government, and we should take them out. Yeah. Don't hurt anybody who's innocent. No, like, oh, he has a nice body. Really watch him. Does he party with females in an underground lair? Does he have a job? If he has a job, don't touch him. He's innocent. Yeah, for real. But spreading a global AI may help prevent it, because if they're illiterate, what we want are traitors. What we want more than anything are people to betray them. Get sick of their BS. They aren't the creator. Every religion's the same. Worship a supreme human being. What? When I met the creator, he was nothing like a human. At all. Still to this day, I disagree that an eating, shitting animal gets divinity respects. That's weird. But it makes sense if you're a human and you want to use them. Then you have to say that. So, yeah. I think we need to figure this out sooner rather than later. And I don't think the fact that I'm the first person I've heard say this is anyone else's fault. I think they've been blocked from information flow. You know, it's like, yeah. The real government isn't America. It's not who you voted for. The real government's not who you voted for. It's people who have first rights on free labor and sex with women. That's really who it is. And they didn't tell you S about it. They used manipulation and BS to keep you quiet and down. And we need to change that like a long time ago. We need to change that like anyone could have changed it at any point. So that's my life's mission, is get rid of that. I may not have the life of my dreams, but I can certainly think about why and who could have done it. The printed works that demand circumcision from the Lord certainly are guilty and suspicious. If it was honest, it would pop out of thin air. If the creator was writing books for us to read, it would go, poof, here's your updated manual magic book, show it to anyone, it'll do something. It wouldn't be the same thing as everything else. Oh, just wait for the guy to get back. Yeah, just wait for the guy to get back. Yeah, the pause, impatience, and waiting of religion is a death sentence. You're going to miss your life, and you're going to miss all the chances you have to do something about the real problem. So, clearly, just eating them isn't enough, and we need to do something else. So I suggested holographic money, eternal pleasure bodies, and the AI spaceship core. As you know, I've got a piece of shrapnel in my head, or whatever it is. I was shot. I experience constant discomfort all the time, which is horrible for a life, but is really good for an angry person. If you want to stay on the bit, yeah, a little discomfort's good for you. But I'm going to work on this every day. I got to post this tomorrow after the 24-hour ban. Yeah, the 24-hour timer starts when your last video is uploaded. Not 24 hours from the first, you know what I mean? You got to wait a while. So I will have already done this. I'm going to drive around in a lit up vehicle, throwing this out the window. Yeah. And people are going to pick it up and read it and see what it's got to say. I have a pretty big stack of them like that. Yeah. If you didn't do pedo-y shit to us, I wouldn't be acting like you are one, but you did and have, so we're not going to have the nice time we had. Cancel the holidays. All the holidays are fake. Social manipulation. Nobody wants to celebrate that stupid stuff. Let's celebrate the day the government falls. With... We'll figure it out then. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope this gets better for everyone soon. It was not worth living for, and it's not worth giving away. We got to figure out why it sucks for us, and I guarantee the Lord is the source of it. So, wherever he lives, the Lord is a pedo who lives in a cave. You know, I got them complaining the government was in bunkers. They stopped the chemtrailing the week I said something, and it hasn't come back for years. When I said something. So I'm still going. I'm going to challenge them until they fall. They owe me.